Hegemony. Ballistic missile defense weaponization advantage. Politics. Militarization design. Yep. Is anybody not ready?
Yes. I'm good.
Yeah. We will concede their exploration interpretation solves their cases, their telescope and satellite arguments, but after innovation acts as relevant, better after debaters will quit. The Roland Carter's talking about a topic in the 80s where substantially wasn't the resolution means that it would manifest substantially checked arguments. Additionally, none of their cases is both private and commercial, which is their interpretation says. Now the group that we meet today, he concedes that we put humans in space. Plan text in a vacuum means that the implementation of the plan might be through satellite technology, but the plan text in a vacuum means it would still be humans. Now the contribution development of space, that's a technical term of art in literature. Development space, they define space development. 4 apps on the topic: infrastructure, networks, transportation system, logistic nodes, and resource utilization, which we meet the last one. It's an ESA definition versus scientific scientific means we access predictability. It's contextualized by the NASA authorization act interpretation. Permutation due to the counter-interpretation not into the literature. And if they say permutation due to the counter-interpretation, we'll concede that we meet our counter-interpretation. 2 defense arguments substantially checks our arguments. Only contextual evidence that we read checks their limits and soldiers ground arguments. Military ground, they still get all of the ground because military apps, there are no human apps. There's only constellation colonization. Robots are the future. 2 offense arguments versus after our invasion. There's no FAQ warrants to non-military apps outweighs their limits. Heat education, second broad definition is good. They've considered the virtual evidence of the external policy impact because we happen to have broad story for space policy reasonability solves all their impact arguments. Their only argument is arbitrariness, but contextual evidence solves back. Solvency. You have conceded that NSO Rams after and kids beaming would solve. Additionally, we have extra songs mentioned that they have conceded it would fuel rock feedstock that would solve all the fuel supply arguments. Head. The thesis of the Eikenberry card takes out their disadvantage. We just lead to a better version of the Eikenberry card. They have conceded the they have conceded the bandwagon war and change sheet evidence, and the fact that empirically proven 1930s that devolved into protectionism when you shifted to multipolarity. There are 3 terminal impacts of Gemini versus Kagan have specific concepts. Second is deterrence, and empirically proven. Third is the bandwagon arms. Oops, you dropped an econ impact. The real evidence indicates it causes extinction. The perception of the planet's keeps spur the aerospace industry. BMD advantage. SPS solves all the reasons BMD fails. First, smaller satellites and cheaper, efficient satellites solves their launch cost arguments. Maneuverability solves their orbits arguments. Hardening satellites solve any of their overwhelming arguments. The false cross evidence is fantastic. Just as the perception of putting it in there deters other enemies. Now they have conceded 3 impact scenarios. That was explained 2AC. Now they skip the debate. The asteroids add-on outweighs on terminal macro shock evidence. It only indicates an asteroid the size of the Earth would destroy every only terminal impact decisions. Try back for the app. Additionally, Water War's impact is much more specific. Israel-Palestine conflict. SPS solves militarization. Dissent. Group the overview debate. I'm going to answer all of his turns case and external impact arguments here. The first is accidental conflict doesn't escalate. They have a computer glitch probability to access bioweapons. We have a state actor releasing bioweapons and a state proliferation impact that we can see. Second is impact time frame outweighs link time frame. Weaponization by others takes a long time. Impacted out by our Dolman evidence conceded evidence specific to their countermeasures. Their grounding set countermeasures. Their Marshall card was indicted and cross-it just proves that space BMD is inevitable. Where we get weapons in space before they get counterforce capabilities. The covert nature of our firm through DoD implementation magnifies the situation. That's the high evidence conceded means case only can turn just that paradigm for the applicant control terminal impact. You need to meet their only risk after we can solve the inevitable claims. Air toward who can solve the other's impact. Hedge is a magnitude filter, not militarization. Doesn't solve any of our impacts. Space BMD prevents the launch of any missiles in first stage. Checks all their preemptive arguments. Now the line by line. Unique space weaponization is inevitable. 3 distinctions. Multiple countries like Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, all weaponization prefers specific capability advance over the balance of diplomats. If we win one country weaponizes, everybody weaponizes because it's a domino effect. He has not conceded Iran he has not answered Iran, North Korea. U.S. weaponization is inevitable. HTV2, X-37B all include DoD Pentagon. Says that perception was already triggered. So either weaponization is not inevitable, means their link is empirically denied, or weaponization is inevitable, concludes that the NSP and cooperation are just deploying all their evidence. Additionally, overwhelming history trends outweighs specific national states. Always see history try down more evidence on why reals improves weaponization. Never Kubernetes, transfer safety power with maximum studio space is the logical, essential to determine correct national security power is the goal of states and active workspace and private own private U.S. rules for maximum space, which is the Chinese PLA and table back for their surrounding weapon space and 10 Jews, satellites, Steve Larley's Highline New Rules explanation. Mark that's the whole card. Now their code of conduct arguments fails, not verifiable due to dual use technology, plain line, arm control, separate false disclosure, share other countries, other cases, inspections, the country of Britain, simply reviews, version advance on, the attempts to do learning, it is not possible to do US reviews, ASAT, or low reals, in regards to the articles of privilege, the limb probe, the natural article of verify, use reverse, non-clear that, you also benefit from ASAP, and now new 2NC conference regime direct the team for deterrence and punishment, counter-interpretation, you can counterplan out of 2NC arguments that were in the 1AC, the HTV2 card wasn't 1AC, that's Royster's evidence, means that the perceptions are treated destroys, particularly destroys 2AC last week's to read offense. Now, the link debate, the tangible solution turn text back over their offense because the NSP fails. The only way to solve that is through a tangible solution means that it's seen as a global archer. They have conceded the false graph evidence in cases just seen as logical centralist hegemony creates coalitions to split any opposition. Even if they win one opposition, we overwhelmingly when we submit that they have conceded empirically denied arguments that the ASAT has the U.S. response. All Glazer is not specific to the U.S. means that if we win that global SPS development is inevitable, which was conceded from Russia, then those perceptions are triggered to hedge solves a U.S.-Russia war. That's the entire thesis of our hegemony. Additionally, their link evidence is not specific to deployment SPS. It says that countermeasure, which means it's empirically triggered by the perception arguments.